Alright guys, new deck profile. I'm going to go ahead and get it started. It's one of the decks I picked up over the week. The first one is Pearlies. I'll do a video on that later, but now we'll go over this one. Currently, the deck I'm playing is Kash. And obviously, with Kash, you run 3 Fenrirs. It's Fenrir, searches for any Kash card, attacks, or on resolution of any monster effect, you can banish a face-up card on the field face down. Triple Unicorns. Does the same thing, but he searches for a Kash spell. On attack or after a monster effect activates on resolution, you can target a card in your opponent's extra deck, banish it face down. And this deck only runs double Rise Hearts. Don't feel like breaking on it. If you open Rise Heart, cool. If not, you're searching for it anyway off the Fenrir. But other than that, just 2 Rise Hearts and 1 Scareclaw, 1 Ogre. Ogre's there for another name. Scareclaw is just here because it facilitates more damage. It can get over Flunderies because it attacks in defense position and applies its defense as attack. But other than that, that's pretty much all the Kash monsters you will run, unless they release more, but we'll see what happens. Now for the most important part of the deck, the extra monsters. Hand traps, triple shifter of course. You're not playing Kash if you're not playing shifter. If you don't play shifter, just don't play Kash. Triple Ash, obviously, because anti-meta is a thing. Not anti-meta, but Rogue is a thing. Branded's still a deck people play and whatnot, and it's all around a good hand trap. Double Droll, not 2. Well, not 3, just 2. I run 2 because if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. Usually when I see it, it's with shifter, then I can just shifter, chain Droll after activation of a card being added to their hand. So, but it just depends. Only run 2. You don't want to brick on it. I'd rather brick on Ash than Droll. 2 Ghost Mourners and Moonlit Chills. Basically a Veiler, but only for special summon monsters. And it doesn't get affected by shifter. The only conflicting card in this deck is Droll and Lockbird and Shifter. Everything else goes well with each other, of course, if you don't brick, which can happen. Say you open multiple Theosis and no Kash names, or no way to search any Kash monster. And 2 Ghost Bells, just 2, not 3. Good graveyard facilitator, prevents cards being banished by the Lubellion, being added back by the Albion or the Branded Dragons. Also stops, stops Called by the Grave. It also stops Bestials and what have you. And the final 2 hand traps will be, well, monster hand traps will be double Nibiru. We still have to respect Rogue and our opponent extending past our hand traps. So if we have Nibiru, we can just stop them in their tracks and prevent them from extending, and whatnot. Those are all the monsters. We'll go straight to the spells. Triple Pressure Planets and 1 Terraforming. Pressure Planet activation gets you a Kash. Also, all your monsters gain 100 attack and defense for each attribute on the field, period. So that's really helpful when it comes to OTKs or just killing your opponent in 1 turn and under 4 summons. Triple Birth. Special summon, bring back from the grave, banish zone. Kind of self-explanatory. Double Theosis, not 3, because like I say, you don't want to brick on this, see this, and no Kash name, or no way to get a Kash name. But it's great. Rise Heart's effect is special from hand, and activating Theosis does lock you into the XYZs. So just remember that, but other than that, it's amazing. And when it's banished, you can return 1 of your banished Kash cards to your hand. So that pairs well with Scareclaw Kash. And Triple Pot, 1 Triple Tactics Talent pot. If our cards get ashed, we can just, if we got open pot, we can just go pot, or we could go pot, bait an ash. If they don't have a Droll, if we get ash, boom, activate field spell, go add, or activate Theosis. Special, add of Fenrir, add of Unicorn, go special. If that gets negated, oh well, at least I got pot in hand. Pot, let me look at the top 6, see if I can't draw into something to continue playing. More than likely not, you will. If not, you'll just draw into hand traps, which is always nice. And the traps, only 3 imperms. That's really it. I don't play preparations. You only need 3 imperms. You don't need any more. You don't need another brick in the deck. say you open hand traps and the trap, that trap could have been Theosis, so maybe you could follow up next turn, or it could have been the Kash card, and prep does nothing, really. Now for the extra deck. We do not play the Link Spider and Heat Soul package. Because if you're going to the extra deck, you're just going to get Nibiru anyway. And usually, if you get Nibiru, you're able to play because you haven't used Birth yet. So the extra, I'll just go over the links first and why I have this specific lineup. More than likely, why is because, again, like I said, I don't own Access Code. I don't own any Link Spiders. I own tons of Heat Souls, but no Link Spiders. And I have a G-Golem, but no Access Code. We have one Appaloosa because we can go into her on the 5th summon, or follow up for next turn, or just IP into her. One Dark because we can. One Donner. Basically, we have SP and Donner. Donner is a free pop. Our SP and our IP. IP, we could decide to go into that, or we could just go into an SP Little Knight and be protected from Nib if we used a Draco Sack and the IP Masquerena and go into her. Those are all the links. Go into the Exceeds, one Draco Sack, all rank 7s pretty much, one Dark Flare, one Titanic Moth for the extra damage. We play 2 Shangri-La, because why not? A Big Eye, one Dark Arm, Dragon of Annihilation, Typhon, Zeus, and Baron de Fleur, because it's so easy to go into her. So that is all the main deck and the extra deck. I'll go ahead and go through the side deck for you guys. So in the side deck, I used to main deck, side deck 3 summon limits, but instead of that, currently, I decided to go into something more interesting. So instead of 3 summon limits, I play 1 summon limit and double Vanity's Fiends. Reason being, summon limit isn't protected by anything. Neither is Vanity's Fiend. But usually you have to make your opponent out the Vanity's Fiend with something. Because if they don't, then it's a turn skip. Now, summon limit, it can be a turn skip, but you're giving your opponent 2 free summons. Period. And let's say you open summon limit and you brick, and okay, summon limit, they goes 2 summons, they swing at you with their 2 monsters and they pass. Let's say you brick again, you basically lose. So that's why I cut the other 2 summon limits for the vanities, because say we go first, we still have a board, we have vanities on the field. If they can't special summon, they can't out vanities, they have to pass, and we have a 2400 beater on the field while we can still normal summon our cash monsters. Especially when bursts on the field, it's just a free Fenrir, Ogre, Scareclaw, Unicorn, etc. Triple Judgment. These are all just going first because why not? Judgment stops everything, period. And everything else, also going first. Triple Dimensional Fissure, just so we're protected. If we're going second, or if it's game 2 or game 3 and we know we're going first, we just side these in, the Judgments, the Vanities, Summon Limit, and the Dimensional Fissure. Just so we can facilitate a turn where we know we're getting ahead. I can Fissure, I'm protected from Valor, and I'm protected from Droll. So even if I get Ashed or Impermed or Ghost Mournered, then I can still play, and your monsters still will be banished while we can play from the managed card zone. Going second, just double Lava Golem. It was 3, but again, we have the Vanities and the Summon Limit, so we're pretty much in good shape. So just 2 Lava Golems, and that's the monster removal, basically. And for back row, we hate back row, so triple Cosmics, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. Basic and simple. It's a complete 40-card deck. I'm still working with it. I just picked it up about 2 weeks ago. It's a fun deck. It can get through a lot of stuff, but it takes some time to understand and learn the lines. Well, there's only really like 3 to 2 lines, but of ways of playing it. But I like the deck. It's cool. Go ahead and tell me what you guys think about the deck below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good day, and have a great spring break, all right?